Hello, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a quick video on how to organize everything to do with your die cutting and embossing. So we've already gone through some paper scraps and how I organize my stamps. So I'll start with showing you my baskets that I keep my die sets in. So they look just like this. It's just a box like this. I'm looking for some boxes that match my craft room a little better. My craft room is white, and so I would love to find some white ones. But in the meantime, I do have these great ones, and I have 3 of them. And so the wrong one. So how I organize these, I also organize these like I organize my stamps. So as you can see, I have stickers on them. So if they have and these are just dollar store, I think I got, I don't know, like 1,000 or 10, I don't know, tons of these in 4 different colors, and I use the different colors for different purposes. So my yellow ones are anything in the current mini catalog. So sometimes that changes, of course, because we have too many catalogs a year. But so this is the current one. If something retires, then I replace it with a blue sticker. So anything retired. And so actually, I guess I have 4 of these boxes because I do have ones that have retired dies and embossing folders that are no longer in the current catalog. So the yellow is the minis, and then red is the annual. Now my greens are celebration, and we don't typically have dies in celebration, so I don't have any dies that have a green sticker. Now the reason I have these in 4 different containers is I have one, of course, for retired, and that one is tucked away. I don't keep it out. And I keep the rest in 3 different boxes, and I'll explain why. So I organize them into 3. This one are any that go with specific stamp sets. So for example, let's pull one out here. So this is the dies that go with the Nothing's Better Than. Now, they come like this, and these are the dies. So like this one says chocolate. It's kind of hard to tell on that, but that one's the chocolate one. There's a coffee one, a cookies and a cocktails one, and also one that says love you more than. And then there's also the shapes of the 4 words. So I keep those in there, and I know that that is coming from the annual catalog. And I also know it has a matching set that goes with it because it's in this box. So there's quite a few in here, and this one is probably my most full of the 3 boxes that I keep out. The next box is specific to no specific die necessarily. Like this one is the Tasteful Labels dies, and it does have a coordinating stamp set. However, it's shapes. So I like to separate my dies by what types of dies they are as well. So these are all shapes, and although it does have a coordinating stamp set, these shapes can really be used with anything. And so if they were all in one box, I would just be constantly flipping through. But if I'm just looking for, say, my favorite shapes, like I really like this Stitched So Sweetly die set. So as you can see, this is the one that has the stitching as well as the edging that is so beautiful, and these are great for layering. Really fantastic for layering. And then also these ones as well. They layer really well, and the stitching is so nice, as is the shape of these ones and the scalloped edge. So that way I know that when I am looking for just shapes, I don't have to look in a whole bunch of different places. So that is my second box. My third box are all of my embossing folders. And it's just easier to keep these in their own spot. I have these mini guys at the front, but sometimes I do put those over here like that. And then these ones are all the ones that have to fit into our larger die cutting machine. Okay. So in terms of the die cutting machines themselves, those are on a shelf, but I have this box. It's really pretty. I think I got it at maybe Winners Home Sense. The nice thing about it is the large ones can fit into this one right here. And the ones for my small die cutting machine fit on an angle, but right here, they're almost wide enough that they can fit like this. And then the last one, this is my extra magnets. So I keep them, that's for my Stamparatus. So I just keep my extra magnets in here. And the other thing that I keep, and I will suggest if you ever get one of the die cutting machines, this is the little Allen key that you get to attach the arm. Occasionally my arm comes loose and I just need to tighten it up again. So I just keep it in here, and then I know where it is at all times, and I don't have to worry about that. So this is also on my shelf, and this one's white. And as I said, I'm looking for some different baskets that will match for my dies. Anyhow, that is almost the last thing I want to show you. There's just one more thing. So our dies are magnetic, and some of them are pretty teeny tiny. They also can get mixed up pretty easily if you're not careful. And so what I keep in front of me is, and they're just tucked up in front of me on my, I have this handy dandy metal container. Just says #stuff, which of course everybody has a lot of stuff. So I have one of these right in front of me, and I have another one to the left of me, and oh, you can see into them. I keep my acrylic blocks here. I've got my dimensionals and my glue dots, my adhesives, my bone folders, my blend pens, my Wink of Stella, my Stampin' Up pen, things like that. Oh, my brush for when I do my gold foil stuff. So that sits in front of me, and then leaned up against that, I got these at the dollar store. I think it was $4, and I was going to use them to write notes on. And then the magnets on the back are fantastic. And so what I do is I keep these just sitting up in front of me, and anytime I am using a die, I have a spot to stick them. And that way, especially if I'm using multiple ones, especially for multiple sets, then, you know, as I'm using them, I can just pop them up there and see they don't fall off. It's a good spot to keep them. And then when I'm finished, then I can add them back to their proper container. So yes, I had one out that I had been using and I meant to put away. So I would really recommend having a magnet. So this was a set of 2, and I think it was $4 for these. They just are a little bit harder. You can also get different magnet boards. These ones are just nice because they're tiny. They sit where I need them to, and I can just pop the dies up onto them when I am not using them. So they're ready to go. Anyhow, that is how I organize my die cutting machine parts and my dies and embossing folders. So I hope that that is helpful while you're trying to organize your craft room. And yeah, if there is anything that you have questions about regarding any of the organizing tips we've had on Sundays, please let me know. Otherwise, have a really fantastic week, and I'll see you at the latest. I'll see you on Wednesday night. Take care.